Hello, my darlings. Welcome to Third Eye Champagne. I'm Kirsten Langston, serving up the cosmic juju, feeling my shit. Back to the original hair color, which I'm like, why did I ever leave you? So, I can't talk. I've had a few people asking me, what is Ascension? So, I'm going to give it to you, of course, the auntie way. Ascension is a theory. I'd like to make that clear. It is a theory. It is not provable. It is a theory that a lot of people have, especially in the spiritual community, the woo-woo community. Basically, the idea is we, all of us, the planet Earth, we're vibrating at a certain frequency, a certain level. You know, pick a number. Whatever's number is in your head. We're vibrating at 30. All right, we're at 30. And Ascension is going from 30 to 80. So it's kind of this idea that you're leaving behind dark, heavy energies and different, basically shitty energies, and you're like moving into a higher spiritual plane. You're moving into a higher vibration. So it's lighter stuff, it's easier stuff, it's better stuff. Is it real? We don't know, because it's a theory. You cannot prove it. It's not provable. A lot of people, there's this thing called Ascension flu, which is like, you have all these weird symptoms and it's kind of like there's no cause for it, so you're going through ascension. You're having these achy, you basically think of the flu, think of the cold, think of anything that any shitty thing that you can get, and like you have these symptoms, but they're not quite right. So it's not like you can just sit there and say, oh, I have the flu. It's more like, well, it's flu-like, but there's something weird about it, where it's like, well, I have this symptom, but not that symptom. So it's just weird, and it can kind of come and go for periods of months. I don't know, maybe even years. I've only, just myself there, I've only read about, months here and there, but is it something that's happened to me? I'm going to say this. I think everybody goes through evolutions, and personal evolutions, certain evolutions, I think, there's no one size fits all. I don't believe in that. I don't believe in that. I've said that a million fucking times. So I've had evolutions, and I've had periods where my body does get fatigued, and I do have these weird symptoms, and I don't know where they come from. Do I believe that I have the Ascension flu? I mean, I'm just kind of like, hey, I don't feel good. That's it. Do I need to label it? Not really. To me, that's just a sign of, okay, take care of yourself. Do I feel different or super ascension-y afterward? No. I just feel better because I felt like shit. Now I feel better. So I think what you're seeing, what this idea is, it's been superhumanized, which this is what we do. We humanize everything. We have to put it in a way that we understand it, in a context that we understand it, and in a box that, we can check. And I think that's what's happening here. Do I also think that humanity is moving towards higher levels of consciousness and expanded consciousness and better ways of doing things? Yes, but we always are. So to me, if you want to talk about ascension, to me it's kind of like this ongoing process that everybody will go through, everybody has gone through, that throughout the ages. That's just, it's it. You're going from A to B. What my ascension is and what your ascension is not going to be the same. It's going to be two different things. Maybe some people have similar experiences. But, I don't, again, you know me. I don't like to cookie cutter, well, I've ascended and you haven't, so, you can kiss my ass, Or I'm more qualified to tell you this because I've ascended. Like, fuck off. That doesn't interest me. I don't like an us versus them situation. I just think it's creating, in a way, an us versus them. It's kind of like, a lot of people have messaged me about Dolores Cannon, and I haven't read any of her stuff. I've seen a couple of her stuff, like speeches and stuff, talks on YouTube, and interesting theories, really interesting theories, but I'd like to point out they are theories. But one of her theories is that we're going from a 3D world to a 5D world, and basically ascension, more or less, and that the 3D world is basically a shithole, and the 5D world is going to be awesome and amazing. And it's going to be two separate realities. Again, to me, that's part and parcel of, we're just moving towards new things as human beings. We're moving towards new areas. We're discovering new things all the time. So do I really go there? No. No, I don't. It just doesn't interest me. It's personally. Again, as best as I can describe it, this is the theory that I'm describing for you. Personally, put my stank on it. I'm kind of like, everybody's going through their own thing. Everybody's at a different point. Your 5D and my 5D probably aren't the same thing. Your 3D and my 3D probably aren't the same thing. There may be similar things to it. The growth process is not the same for everybody, and I don't think everybody ends at the same point. I think this is part of us humanizing it and making it something that we can understand. It's like, in the end, we'll all be in 8th grade and then we'll graduate. It's like, no. It's all different. It's all different levels of shit. So ascension, basically, like I said, it's a spiritual path, if you will. And the common theory is that you go through this and then you come out the other side and you're basically in 5D, you've ascended. The process of it, in theory, is that light activations and light codes come into you, and as they come in, they upgrade you and they upgrade your DNA and they upgrade all this stuff. I'm not saying it doesn't happen. I'm not saying it can't happen. I'm just saying we can't prove it. Okay. So the basic process is as follows. You get triggered. I never really got that far into it, to be honest. I'm like, I don't know how you get there. You just, all of a sudden shit starts happening to you. You go through these periods where you just weird shit. Oh, I'm craving carbs, and then I slept for a week, and then this, and then that, and ascension flu, and then I was fine, and then I wasn't, and now I have these psychic abilities I didn't have before, and now I see things I didn't see before. The world is opening up in a way that it hasn't before. There is something at the end of this. Do you know what I mean? So it's something for you within it. It's not just like, oh, I went through all this stuff and now life is the same. There's some kind of spiritual growth. There's some kind of, and here you go. There's some kind of, I ordered a steak and now I have my ascension steak and I'm eating it and it's delicious. The theory. You get these light codes, you get these light activations, your energy changes, your signature changes, you start vibrating faster, you start vibrating higher. So like I said, you're going from a 30 to an 80, and it's like this process, so it's like you go through waves of it and then everything's okay, and then you kind of adjust to where you are, and then you go through another wave and everything's okay and you kind of adjust to where you are. But here's the thing. It comes along with a transformation in consciousness, which I'm thinking that everybody experiences this in their lifetime. Maybe they don't. Maybe I'm hella wrong. I know I have over and over and over and over and over again. So, that's just me speaking from my own experience. But it comes with this expanding consciousness. It comes with a widening idea of spirituality. So it's like, if you're ascensioning, if you're ascending, writer, everybody, just in case you were wondering. If you're ascending, but there's no insight coming with it, there's no expansion coming with it, then you're probably not doing what you think you're doing. Having said that, is it real? Again, we don't know. Have I experienced certain things? Yes. But I take it as a normal evolution of self. I don't take it as this big grand thing that's happening. The big theory is that, we're all ascending and the earth is ascending, and we're, it's going to become this really amazing place, and that's the big theory. That's what they're selling. Okay. That whoever they are, that's what's being sold. But to me personally, I think if you want to go down this ascension path, if you say, okay, this is something I want to do, remove what they are telling you. Remove what they are saying it is. Remove all of that. What is it for you? Write it down. Literally write it down. Just sit there and be like, you know what? This is, and stream of consciousness. Just okay, this is what ascension is to me. This is what it feels like. This is how it works. This is what I want to get out of it. At the end of it, there's never really an end to evolution. We're doing it until the day we die, and then afterwards, I'm sure we're doing a lot more. But at the end, quote unquote, or at a stopping point, this is what I would like to have. This is what I would like to see. These are the results I would like to have. I wouldn't cookie cutter it. I wouldn't get into the mindset that I've ascended, so I'm hot shit, or I'm not ascending, so I must be a piece of garbage. Fuck that. Don't even go there. If you are having these weirdo symptoms, go see a doctor. If the doctor's like, I don't know what the hell's wrong with you, see another doctor. And if that doctor's like, I really don't know, there's no reason for any of this, then you're probably going through some weird spiritual shit. I think that it is worth examining. And I think that if you are feeling led down this path, then go for it. There's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with not doing it. I think that this idea of if you get it right, you get to go to 5D. What is that? What is that? What is that? You really think that any kind of God would be like, well, if they do all the right things and they do the steps, then they get to have this thing? No. You're just walking your path. You're doing your thing. That's it. That's it. It's in here. It's not out there. It's in here. Fuck. How many times do I have to say it? I'm not getting frustrated. It's because now I'm getting hungry. But it's really, it's an internal process. It's not an external process. There's nothing out there for you. The 5D, there's nothing there. It's all here. Whatever you're doing, whether you're going through stress or you're grieving or you're turning into a psychic motherfucker like Auntie, or you're in love, your body reacts to all of that. It all works together. So there is part of that. But like I said, if you, ascension is not something that happens to you. It's something that you do, essentially. It's something that you do. It's a conscious decision you make to say, I want to go from A to Z because Z is better for me. Z is a higher place. Z is a more interesting place. It is better for me spiritually. It's better for me emotionally. It's better for me mentally. It's better for me physically. It's just better for me. And it's somewhere in me. That's it. If you were hoping for something woo-woo, you didn't get it. Big shock. If you're having weird symptoms, then see a doctor. That's it. I do love you. I do adore you. I'm ready for dinner. All hungry. Tea hungry. All right, my darlings. Hit me up. You know where to find me. You can find me everywhere. Find me on Snapchat, Third Eye Cure. You can find me on Instagram, Third Eye Champagne. Facebook, author and intuitive Kirsten Langston. If you want to book a reading, go to my website, look at the packages, www.kirstenlangston.rock/book. Of course, everything will be in my box. My box is hot.